Hi, this is Lori Hines with A Taste of Israel. Welcome back to my kitchen. Today I want to share with you a recipe that is perfect for spring. And not only is this recipe, does it include ingredients from Israel, but it includes a recipe from a new friend that I recently met on one of my last trips to Israel. With this, I want to continue telling you the story of how the incredible country of Israel has changed my life after visiting, and how the foods have just drawn me in and have been very inspirational for me. And so I'm excited to share this with you today. So I mentioned to you a couple of ingredients that are going to be in this recipe. Let me share who the recipe is from and what it is. This is a recipe from, I don't know if you can see this, but Jamie Geller. You may know her of joyofkosher.com, also jamiegeller.com. I highly recommend you follow her. She's on the Today Show. She's, I think, recently been on Megyn Kelly show. She has produced cookbooks, and so she's on Instagram. I think she's on Twitter and Facebook. I really do recommend you following her. She's got a lot of great tips, and I love her story. Her story is powerful. She's a former New Yorker who recently, a few years ago, made Aliyah with her husband and children to Israel. Aliyah means when Jews move back to the land of Israel, which is proof of God's promises that He promised to bring His people, the Jewish people, back to their homeland out of exile. So it's incredible to be seeing all of this happening in our day. So while I was in Israel on a recent trip, I had a chance to meet with Jamie and visit with her. She's super nice and warm, and this is her recipe, perfect for spring. It's creamy cucumber gazpacho. Now, in addition to this being Jamie Geller's recipe, I also want to share with you the two ingredients from Israel that I'm using. This is olive oil from Israel, and I don't know if you can see this. Let's see, turn it that way. Tura olive oil, which is a farm or a place that grows olive trees and produces olive oil in the heartland of Israel in Judea and Samaria. And also salt from Israel. Lots of symbolism with salt and olive oil if you are looking at this from a biblical perspective. So we're going to get started with this. It's very easy. It's really a no cooking recipe, and it's perfect for the coming months where it's going to get warmer soon, and we're going to be looking for cooler dishes to refresh us. And this is, you cannot believe how fresh this is going to be. Cucumbers are also a staple vegetable in Israel. I think the very first dish that I ever ate for breakfast on my first trip was called the Israeli salad, which I'll make that one day and show you how to make it super easy, super fresh, using cucumbers and tomatoes and some other ingredients. So let's get started. Okay, so I have this bowl, about 4 cups of chopped cucumbers I'm going to add to the food processor. If they're going to all fit, we'll see. Okay, they might not all fit, just work with what you got. Okay, I think that's full enough. And I have about a small onion or half of a large onion chopped up I'm going to add in. We're getting full. Then I have the juice of 1 lemon. The juice is the secret to this. Have a little lemon seeds slipped in there. Not going to happen in my kitchen. No. Okay. Okay, got him out. Then you're going to take those ingredients and you're going to process them. Very simple. Just a little bit. Make room for the other ingredients. We're halfway through with this recipe already. Now on my chopping board I have fresh parsley. Parsley is also fresh and aromatic and full of flavor. Buy the flat leaf Italian parsley. It has more flavor than the curly leaf parsley. You want to just give this a rough chop. I'm going to give you the measurements for this too. I'm going to share the recipe with you. So don't worry if you're taking notes, don't stress. I'm going to share the recipe with you that has all the measurements. But basically this is about 1/4 of a cup is what the recipe calls for. I'm doubling this because I'm bringing this to some friends to share with some friends. And so I'm doubling it. So I have about 1/2 a cup here. All right. Okay, I'm going to add this to my processor. The smell, so fresh and good. I love parsley. Once I was sharing a story with my nephew and my nieces about what parsley does, or what it's been known to do, and they learned a new word, halitosis. So I shared with them how in some cultures people chew on parsley to prevent or get rid of bad breath, and they loved playing with that word, halitosis. Okay, so back to this. So we making sure we have everything here. So we are going to process this a little bit more, and then we're going to add the final ingredients. You can see it's beginning to make a big, it's coming together. I say a big, I was going to say lump, but it's not really a lump. It's just becoming emulsified. It's getting thick. So now it's time to add the magic ingredient. And here is what I want to give you some food for thought. Have you ever thought about olive oil and the connection it has to, looking at life through a spiritual lens? And food for thought here is olive oil spiritual. And I think we all know that it does have lots of symbolism. If you're looking at this from a biblical perspective, you will know that Scripture, the Bible, is full of scripture related to the mentioning of the olive tree, olive branch, olives, olive oil, and it's used in its uses, many uses. And the fact that it takes so many olives just to make a little bit of oil, and that the olive itself has to go through a very hard time. They're hard pressed and broken down, and to produce pure refined oil. And so the harder it's pressed, the better the oil is. And so there's a lot of symbolism in that. And it's the oldest, one of the oldest ingredients that started in the land of Israel. The olive trees began there. And so there's a lot, and it's also used for cuisine. It's healthier than butter or anything else. That's another thing I wanted to mention. Jamie Geller, I just saw one of her new recipes, mashed potatoes. Instead of butter, she uses olive oil. Well, I tried it recently, and let me tell you, it is to die for. You cannot believe there's not butter in the mashed potatoes. Anyway, so olive oil, I think it's has a lot of purposes, not only for culinary, but also for lessons of life. And it also is used in lighting. It was also used in temple times to light the menorah in the temple. I just recently learned that. That's fascinating. So, and it's just overall, it's just wonderful, and it's just a blessing to have, and so I want to share this with you. Okay, we're going to drizzle slowly, and I think I should add some salt now. Salt is another ingredient. This is sea salt from the Dead Sea that I got when I was someone gave this to me, actually. This was a gift from my friends, the Works, that own blessedbyisrael.com. It's a wonderful company to support. So now we're going to pulse this until it becomes the consistency that I like. And then if it's too thick, I'll just thin it out with a little water. So here we go. Okay, now you can drizzle while you're blending it. Sorry. While you're blending, and until you get it to where you want it to be. So here we go. I'm going to drizzle slowly. Okay, let me take a peek. We're getting there. Now, I wanted to also add something I almost forgot. Her secret ingredient. This is Jamie's secret ingredient. She adds cream cheese to her gazpacho, and I had never heard of this before, so when I tried this, I thought, oh my goodness, that sounds creamy good. So we're going to add it in. This is whipped cream cheese. I love how all cooks and chefs have their secrets. It's kind of fun. The recipe calls, I think, for a cup. Let's see. Yeah, a cup of this. So this is about a cup. I'm eyeballing it. That's what chefs do. We rarely measure. That's left up to the pastry chefs. We cook until it tastes good. Okay, I think that's good. And we're going to process that. Okay, looking good. salt. It looks so good. Yummy. Leave it there. I'm going to cook it good. I'm just going to thin it out with a little water. Let's see. Just a little bit. Because once you put it in, you cannot take it out. So go slow. Here we go. You just add a little water until you get it to the soup consistency that you want it to be. Gazpacho is typically a chunkier, thicker soup. So really it's up to you however you like the consistency. It smells so good. Oh my goodness. Yes, I think I like that consistency. Nice and thick. Okay, here comes a taste. So you always want to taste your food. You can see that I've got it. It's a little bit chunky and still liquidy enough to the consistency that I like. Here we go. The lemon, the olive oil, it's very green. It's so fresh and good. This is Jamie Geller's Creamy Cucumber Gazpacho. Please make this for yourself and your friends. You will not be disappointed. All right, guys, that's it for today. Thanks again for joining me here on A Taste of Israel. I look forward to continuing to share this story of Israel and the foods and wines of Israel and how it can really inspire us if we look at it through a different lens possibly. And I even invite you to join us for our November 2018 Edible Bible Tour in Israel. You can find me on Instagram. You can find us on Facebook, and you can also email me directly at atasteofisrael@gmail.com. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a great day. Bye-bye.